Hello, my name is Katie, and I'm applying to be a fellow with you in your seventh cohort. I learned about the EHF Fellowship from my manager, Sarah Grant, who's a fellow with you guys in the second cohort. The problem that I'm driven to solve is surrounding mental health and specifically surrounding anxiety and depression, and even more specifically, the community of people who have not suffered from anxiety and depression. What I'm seeking to do is empower them to be able to support and develop their own coping skills in their relationships with people who are suffering from anxiety and depression. The reason this is important to me is because I've lived with anxiety and depression for many years and noticed in the community, the support community that I had, the impotence and the sort of the feeling of being stripped of any ability really to help me. That was what the community was feeling, my support group. That they didn't have the language and coping skills to know how to help me. Instead, they deferred to wanting to problem solve or fix what I was facing, when really what I needed was somebody to hold my hand while I waded through the deep and to trust that I could wade through the deep and come out the other side. So what I'm seeking to do is create a community and a group where those people who have not lived with anxiety and depression can work together to develop coping skills and also language skills for how to support people in their lives who do suffer. I want to connect with the EHF community because I've seen how wonderful an impact it can have by virtue of watching Sarah's engagement with it through LRTT, the company that I'm with, the organization that I'm with, and her involvement with expanding the Asia Pacific program. Also, I mentioned this in my application, but I think sometimes we can forget the agency we have in our own lives. And being a part of a community like the EHF is a constant reminder of what we're capable of. And it's a really great way to see, oh, I've been playing myself small. Right. Okay, let's take this up a notch. So it's a great way to remind us of our ability to engage in the global community that we're a part of, in the smaller communities that we're a part of, but just to know how much we're capable of and how much impact we can have. New Zealand in particular, I'm really committed to. I've lived here for 14 months. I moved here from Canada at the very end of November 2018. To be nearer to my sister. I moved here originally for a partner, but when that ended, decided to stay. And that was for the communities I'd built to be nearer to my family, my sister, my new nephew who's 3 months old. And also because of New Zealand itself. I mean, this is the best outdoor playground I've ever been in. And also for the entrepreneurial spirit of New Zealand. Kiwis just see no barriers, problem solve naturally, and go for it. So I'm really inspired to connect with that on a deeper level.